Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Harakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone GMS that rule well, and peace and salutations to the elect of the true nation of Israel, Yasharallah. I'm going to show you this TikTok, and I'm going to bring out some precepts concerning the famine of the word, man. Okay.
The U.S. is giving Palantir, an Israeli AI surveillance company, $250 billion to track Americans. What this system does is it compiles all of your social media data, likes, activity, posts, comments, reposts, DMs, and it builds a database on you to detect if you're going to commit a crime. The founder of this is Alex Karp, an Israeli citizen who has called Netanyahu his, quote, close friend. And look, we all remember the one big beautiful bill earlier in the year. Well, I did some digging, and in that digging, over the next 10 years, Palantir is implementing their system in the United States. And the United States is paying them $250 billion. The U.S. will be allocating $25 billion a year to this Israeli company, while also giving them their usual $6 billion off to the side. How do you feel as a taxpayer paying the Israeli company $250 billion to spy on you? Breaking news.
How do you feel? Americans, how do you feel about that, man? All right, this America that you fight for, that you put your blood, sweat, and tears for, and you're all in, you invest in this place, man. How do you feel about, your tax money going to this foreign land, man? All right, okay. Really, they shouldn't call it. They shouldn't even call America. America. They should call it the 50 states of Israel. And they just did a council. All right. I think that the brother said 259 or 49 U.S. delegates went over there in Israel. And they were talking, man. All right, and they called it 50 states of one Israel, man. All right. So the United States, is basically Israel, man. Okay. All of our money goes over there. We fight for them. They should just stop calling this American. Just call it Israel. All right. Change the flag and everything, because it's the same thing, man. All these politicians, they have to, pledge their allegiance, all right, to that little land over there in the Middle East, man. All right. Or they're gonna lose their job. And what this guy, what Palantir is, they spy on Americans, man. All right, they're gonna be monitoring everything concerning social media or anything you do on the internet. Okay, if they've been doing this, man. All right, literally they've been doing this. They just are now putting money in and setting up a system, and they're passing laws. All right, to actually do something to us regular day, everyday Americans, man. All right, who concerning on what we say. All right, what we repost, our stance on concerning Israel. All right, because that's what they're focused on. People that are anti SEMETIC. All right, anti-Israel. Okay, that's who they're focused on. All right, people who are against Israel. All right, who love Palestine, or if you're anti-Israel, they're gonna call you they're gonna call you Hamas. They're gonna call you anti-Semitic. There, I said it. Hope I don't get my video taken down for that. But hey, they're gonna call you anti-Shemitic. All right, because that's the actual word that should be used. Okay. They're gonna look back at all your internet data, records, and history, and they're gonna do with you accordingly. All right. Okay. And this is what your tax dollars are going to, people. And this, hey, us men of Yahweh Shemel Shai, we're actually rejoicing. All right, seeing this happen, man. All right, because we know the kingdom of heaven is soon, right after this, man. because we know this is going to lead to the famine of the word. All right, which means our ministry, what we're doing, when we go out there every week to prophesy this truth and putting up videos, all right, doing the work of the Lord, all right, it's going to be over here soon, man. We're not going to be doing no more work. We're just going to be right after that, right after the famine of the word. It's coasting after that, man, when it comes to working. But we're still going to be going through Jacob's trouble, man, which is going to be we're solely going to be relied on faith. We're going to be relying on faith of Yahweh Shema Shai and the wisdom and knowledge that the Lord has given us, and we learned in this grace period, in this liberty that the Lord has given us, all right, to get through these rough times, Jacob's trouble, all right, and hopefully lead to salvation, man, all right, the Lord returning and saving us, redeeming us from the nuclear missiles, all right, and whatever comes with, everything else that comes with Jacob's trouble, man, all right. So yeah, man, that's what this is leading to, man, all right, because what we preach, we preach that those people in that little land, that white and blue flag people, Israel, all right, they don't like what we say, man, because we're telling them that they're not the true people of the Lord, chosen people of the Lord, and we are, all right, and we solely believe that, and we're not gonna move our stance from that, man, all right, we're not gonna change our minds on that, man, okay, no matter what, they're gonna have to imprison us, put us in a FEMA camp or a concentration camp. They're gonna have to unalive us, all right, they're gonna have to kick us out of society, make us pilgrims, whatever, all right, they're gonna do whatever they want to us, man, all right, because we're not moving. We're going to be standing stiffly for the testimony of Yahweh Shema Shai. The Lord is going to be speaking through us, all right, he's going to be speaking and condemning these heathens, this devil, through us, all right, he's going to be speaking through us, man, in those times, all right. This is 1 Corinthians 4:9. It says, "For I think that Yahweh hath set forth us the apostles last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men." It's like it, but yeah, man, that's what's gonna happen, man. All right, this devil's gonna come after everybody, all right, that doesn't that's not on board with the Israel agenda, all right, greater Israel and whatnot, man, all right. Okay, eventually he's gonna come after everybody, but he's gonna come after us last, all right, because if he comes after us first, people are gonna hear what we have to say, and they're gonna start believing, all right. Everybody's gonna start realizing, hey, man, those guys, those Hebrew Israelites are right, man. Look what they did to them, So he's going after these bug outs first, man. All right, these low levels, all right, these people that, they're speaking out on wickedness, but they don't got the 100% truth, man. All right, because we have the 100% truth. All right, and he could easily get those people outside of this truth who are actually doing wickedness, who are actually, being violent and whatnot, starting riots, causing civil unrest, because he could actually do something with those people. But with us, he can't really do much with us, man. All right, because we're not doing nothing bad. All right, we're not doing nothing evil. We're not shooting people. We're not fighting people. We're not unaliving people. We're not getting physical with anybody. All right, we're just preaching this word. All right, and that's it. And then we go home and go to sleep. All right, we're law-abiding citizens. All right, but yet at the same time we go out there and prophesy this truth. All right, if tell you the truth to your face, if you like it or not, man. All right, and this devil hates that because he can't do nothing against that, man. All right, because we're abiding by his laws and the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, man, and condemning his ass at the same time, and if he does throw us into prison or a FEMA camp or unalive us, then he's gonna be going against his laws. All right, and he's not going to. maybe he is going to do it at the, at the end, when all hell breaks loose and he gets his new world order up and ready. But right now he can't, because the Lord doesn't want him to, man. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahshua is not allowing this devil to lay hands on us right now, man. He will, all right, the Lord will let him, all right, but at the very, very end, right when the Lord returns, right before the Lord returns, man, all right. But even then, even if we die or put in a FEMA camp or get tortured, all right, no matter what happens to us, brothers and sisters, man, the Lord, he's not going to let this devil pluck us out of being saved, all right, pluck us out of the Lord's hands, okay? The Lord's not going to let that happen to us, man, all right? Even if we have to die, because, hey, those that die in Yahweh Shem Yahshua shall rise first, okay? And I brought this precept out because, that's what all this is, all these laws passing that are being passed, all right, about speaking up against Israel, all right, TikTok, all right, well, what happened to TikTok, man? What's going on with TikTok? All right, here very soon, all right, Americans are going to have to switch to the American TikTok, all right, which is going to be full of Israeli propaganda. You can't, if you say anything or post anything about against Israel, then, you're not going to be able to post that, all right? You're going to get strikes or whatever. It's going to be very pro-Israel, okay? And that new TikTok is coming soon, okay? And I believe tomorrow. I might be wrong, but yeah, man. So be ready for that. Here very soon. All right, we're not going to be able to be posting videos, information. All right, exposing the truth to this world. All right, and exposing wickedness. All right, shedding light on the wickedness of the world. All right, by this truth. All right, soon we're not going to be able to do that no more. Okay, very soon, man. All right. So right now, push this truth out as much as you can, brothers. All right. Push this plow as hard as you possibly can from here on out. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man. Okay. Keep pushing. Don't stop now. This is, the finish. We can see the finish line. All right. Okay. The finish line. I see it, man. Spiritually, I see it, man. I'm gonna push as hard as I ever push, man. All right. But at the same time, still be wise with it, man. Don't outburn yourself. Don't burn yourself out at the last part of the race, man. So anyway, but yeah, I brought this precept out because, Nero, which we believe Trump is Nero in the reincarnation. What did Nero do, man? All right, he persecuted the Christians, the apostles. All right, which led to Apostle Paul and Peter to be unalived. Okay, by the actions, all right, that and the persecution of Nero, all right, and we believe Trump is Nero in the reincarnation, all right, and Trump is allowing these things to happen, man. He's letting these things happen. He's passing these laws, man. All right, he's in cahoots with Israel, all right, with the blue and white flag country, okay, and if you speak against them at all right, something's gonna be done to you here very, in the near future, all right. The people's waking up to it, man, all right. And Esau's he's gonna get to the point where, he's not gonna have no other option but to just round everybody up, just come down upon everybody with great wrath, like a flood, like the scriptures say, okay. Isaiah 29:21, it says that, Isaiah 29 and 20. Verse 20, Isaiah 29 and 20 says, "For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing to naught." And that's what this devil, the so-called white man, is trying to do, man. Right? He's passing these laws, all right, okay, which are spiritual snares, okay, all right. He's making us an offender for the word, man. We're speaking the truth. All we're doing is reading the Bible. We're not hitting people. We're not touching people. We're not fighting people. We're not shooting people. We're not killing people. All we're doing is preaching the Bible, and that's it. Okay. We're not doing those satanic rituals. All right. They call us a cult. All right. Y'all are a cult, but do you see us do, drinking blood, doing mass suicides and whatnot, touching little kids and whatnot? No, man. All right. Touching minors and shit? No. We're not doing that shit. But they call us a cult. And they don't even know what the word cult means, man. All right. It just means culture. It goes back to the word culture. So you Christians and you other people are part, you're in a cult. All right. And they're just using that word to demonize us, man. All right. Because they hate that we're preaching the truth. All right. Because it shows the wickedness of the whole world, man. All right. So yeah, this devil's making us an offender of the word. All right. Okay. Making a new TikTok, pro-Israel TikTok. All right. All this censorship. $250 billion sent to Israel. All right. For Palantir to survey for United States internet surveillance, to survey the United States citizens, man. Israel is going to be surveilling us Americans, and your tax dollars that you bust your ass for is going to that. All right, so you're busting your ass and you're paying taxes out of your hard-earned money, all right, and sending that shit back to Israel so they can surveillance you. Why would you invest anything in this kingdom, man? You don't have no control over that, man. You don't have no control over Trump. Your vote does not matter, man. Get out of here with that. 2 Peter 2:2, it says, yeah, and many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. All right, preaching the word of the Lord, all right, is eventually going to be made illegal, because the Bible preaches against these JEWs. All right, they don't believe in the Bible. They hate the Bible. They hate the God of the Bible. Anyway, you go. There's videos of. I still haven't posted yet, Salakia, but there's Christians go over there to Israel and they get spat on. They spit in their face. These JEWs are all right. They spit in Christians' faces. All right. They hit them. They sock them in the face. All right. There was this teenage kid. He hit a woman with his backpack full of books. These little kids spitting at him, spitting in her face, and she's saying, "God loves Israel," waving a flag. God loves Israel. She's preaching for you. All right, she's for Israel, and at the same time, these Israelis are spitting in your face. All right, that's how we're gonna be made a offender for the word, because we preach the truth of the Bible. These JEWs, all right, they know who we are, man. All right, that's we're who they're really after, man. Okay. Amos 8:11, it says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord." Okay, that's what's happening. All right, it's coming very soon, man. All right. Okay. Eventually, we're gonna wake up one day, and we're not gonna be able to post no videos. None of us. Shoot, the internet might not even be on. All right, or there might be a new internet, and you have to have a micro C-hip put inside of you to access that internet. All right, and we all know how we feel about that. Putting a little technical device, all right, in the size of a grain of rice inside of us. We know how we feel about that. We don't believe in that. So hey, man, YouTube is gonna be so censored where you're not, anything about the Bible won't be able to be posted on the internet. Those days are coming, man. And if we can't go out there and preach on the on the streets no more, because it's going to be made illegal to read the Bible, all right, and preach the Bible. So those days are coming, man. And do you not see it in the spirit that those days are upon us very soon? Do you see these laws that are being passed? Do you see, did you just see $250 billion, all right, sent to Israel to survey Americans, man? What do you think they're going to survey you about? All right, exactly. Verse 12, it says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh Shai, and shall not find it. And that's concerning you Jakes, you Israelites, all right, who hear us and see us out there on the highways and byways and on YouTube preaching you this word, but did not want to get right with the Lord, all right? You chose to stay in the world, stay smoking weed, stay eating pork, stay not doing the work of the Lord, man. So the Lord's going to destroy you, all right? Because when that time comes, all right, you people are going to be looking for us, looking for answers. What do we do? They were right. All hell is breaking loose. They're right. The dollar is crashed. Our money ain't worth shit. What do we do? What do we do? Where's those prophets at that were sitting, out there in the corners preaching with their signs up, yelling at us? They're speaking facts, man. Where are they at? I need answers, man. They had the answers. I should have listened to them. And they're gonna be going to and fro, looking everywhere for us, but we're not gonna be nowhere to be found, man. All right, the Lord is gonna close our mouths, make us dumb. All right, which means not speaking. Okay, our tongues are gonna cleave to the roof of our mouth, which means, hey, we're not gonna be talking at all, because hey, if we talk, we're gonna be put in jail or prison, man. All right, and we can't wait for those times, man. We can't wait. These are exciting times. I get excited seeing this, man. All right, because we know doing this work of Yahweh Shai is almost over, man. Okay, and the kingdom